Hello, hello, hello. It's Saturday. You know what that means. Yep, you're in the right place. No, no. This is not. If you're looking for the other show, nah. It's this show, the Crescent City Connection. You know what time it is. I'm your host, T5. And on today's show, the Saints may be on a bye, but this show is not. We're going to talk about our four takeaways from the Brownies game and where do the Saints go from here. Also on today's show, it's Saturday. You know what that means. College. We're going to talk about what's up with LSU, what's going on with y'all Tigers, what's going on, what's up with y'all. And the elephant in the room. One Mr. Bryce Underwood. We need to come to the front of the congregation, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to talk about where the Tigers go from here. Also, the Tide, roll, no, not the Tide, the Wave. Roll. Let's talk about it. Also, the LHSAA playoffs, round 2. It's heating up, folks. That's football. We're here, baby. We're in here. Also, today's show, we will talk a little hoops. Actually, a lot of hoops. Talk about the Pelicans and what's going on with them. We also got to talk about college hoops. What's going on? That. And could this be the last round of Northwestern State? On today's show, the Crescent City Connection, IE Sports Radio. Let's go. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to the channel. He is I am him, and I am T5, your host. This is the Crescent City Connection, your new home for Louisiana sports on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. And on today's show, we have a jam-packed show for you today. We got the foosballs. The States may be on a bye, but this show is not. Of course, it's Saturday. We're going to talk the college. What's up with LSU? And of course, we're going to talk about the hoops. But first, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you for being here today. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me today on a Saturday. It's bright and sunny, and depending on where you're at, it's cold as all get out, but we're going to get through it. Yes, we are. But first, we got to give a little shout out to the people that help to keep heat and the lights on. Ladies and gentlemen, Planet Jerky, premium brisket beef jerky. Ladies and gentlemen, personal story, those people there, Mr. Jose, they didn't even know from the show that my show, we're connected and everything, and I had some problems with the sending, the receiving and the sending, and they got back to me just like that, sent me a screenshot to my email, letting me know that my package had been sent and it'd be there within like 5 days. And sure enough, bam, within 5 days, it was there. They took care of me. It didn't even know that they were sponsoring. Didn't even know I had a show or that they were sponsoring said show. So they treated me just like a regular average Joe, and they will do the same for you. Because it's time for me to re-up my jerky fix. I need my fix, man. I need my fix. But shout out to Planet Jerky, premium beef jerky. And of course, Mr. Seal Your Beat. Seal the deal, wax seals. When you trying to be bougie on a budget, you trying to show up that that old friend from high school trying to show you that you done made the right decision, that you're doing well for yourself. You're trying to plan that new deal. You're trying to help your significant other plan for a big party. And you're trying to show like you're really invested too. Seal the deal, wax seals, baby. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention iesportsradio.com, powering this show for my case, a couple of months, but for the rest of the shows, more than 10 years. Ladies and gentlemen, iSports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. But ladies and gentlemen, why listen to me? Well, you can listen to them themselves. We're going to let them speak for themselves. And when we come back, we're going to get right into it. Saints Talk. You already know what time it is. Crescent City Connection. Louisiana's home, the home for Louisiana sports on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that sports. Yes, sir.
IE Sports Radio fans, this show is brought to you by Planet Jerky Premium Brisket Beef Jerky. Planet Jerky is the official jerky of the 2022 California League champion Lake Elsinore Storm, single A affiliate of the San Diego Padres. This all brisket jerky has gluten-free options, contains no MSG, no sodium nitrate, is low in sugar, and high in protein. Go to their website at planetjerky.net and follow them on Instagram at Planet Jerky. Planet Jerky, the jerky that's on a whole other planet.
Hey there, IE Sports Radio fans. Be sure to check out our sponsor, Seal the Deal Wax Seals by Cecilia B. You just finished your very own wedding or baby shower invitations and you're looking for that extra special touch? Maybe you just wrote a letter to a relative or a friend and you want to add to their smile when they receive it. Then seal the deal with Cecilia's handmade sealing wax stamps for your invitations, letters, and gifts. You bring the deal, we'll bring the seal. You can find them on Instagram at sealthedeal_wax stamps and on Facebook, Seal the Deal Wax Seals.
For the last 10 years, IE Sports Radio has been bringing you amazing content ranging from interviewing legendary athletes, coaches, and other authorized media personnel to building tailor-made shows dedicated to all major sports cities around the country. Make sure to follow us at IE Sports Radio on X, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube to keep up with the latest in sports and with all of our shows. Also, make sure to check out our daily updated website at iesportsradio.com. At iesportsradio.com, you can see our daily show schedule and check out all of our show pages with personal bios to learn a little bit more about each of our awesome hosts. In addition to our show pages, you can catch the IE Sports Radio blog, Hall of Fame, Fans of the Month page, and our merchandise shop, including t-shirts, tank tops, caps, long sleeves, hoodies, and more. For now over a decade here at IE Sports Radio, we've continued to be by the fans, for the fans, and we thank you all for your support and for making IE Sports Radio your direct feed for all that is sports.
Or you, your direct feed for all that is sports. Shout out to our sponsors, our lovely sponsors, Planet Jerky, Premium Beef Jerky, and of course, Seal the Deal Wax Seals. Shout out to Mr. Marcus in the chat. Salute. Salute, my friend. Thanks for following us on the show. And of course, IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all the sports, where you can not only catch this show, but also the other show I co-host, the IE Wrestling Show with the homie, the SoCal Saint. You can follow us here. And we get busy on Wednesdays, man. Wednesdays at high noon. This week is going to be a special time, 2 Central. We're having a special Survivor Series episode with a special guest, fingers crossed. And we'll talk about Survivor Series and, of course, the fallout from tonight's pay-per-view, AEW for Gear. But that's the graps. That's the grapples. Today, though, we're talking the foosball, Bobby. We're talking the foosball. Sunday was a big, it's sort of a big game. It was game number 2 in the Darren Rizzi era, and the homecoming of one Jameis Alfonso Winston. I don't know if that's his middle name. It's going to be for this show. Jameis Winston came home to the Dome, and of course he got a big ovation because, hey, Jameis, say what you will, he was very much beloved by the fan base here. Like when he first got here, they said, if you love the city, they'll love you back. And he felt that full heart. His family was out here in these streets. They was out there at the parades, the parade route. They was out here doing charity work. They was out here for the Pels games. They was out here. And they was out here with the peoples. And when you're out here with the peoples, you become one of us. And he could have left. He could have left early and went and got a backup job somewhere else. But he decided to come back. And he was the understudy to Derek Carr. And, of course, they had the infamous Falcons game where everybody pretty much felt like, that's when Dennis Allen lost his team. But, he won a lot of people's hearts that game because, anytime you get a chance to stick it to the Falcons, boy, you take it. He surely did. So that won a lot of favorite towards the fan base there. So Jameis coming back. Of course, he's gonna get the standing O, but you gotta take the L, homie. You gotta take the L. Because the Saints defeated the Brownies 35-14, man. Now, don't let the score fool you. It was close. It was close for a long time. Man, the Saints came out and struck first, and we were up for a while. But then Jameis Jameis started tossing the rock, man. The defense need to get it together. But of course, Taysom, the talk of the day is Taysom Hill. That dude had a game, despite them two turnovers. He had a huge day. But guess what? We'll get to that a little bit later in my 4 takeaways. And Kubiak was back in his bag, man. That's what happens when you get a healthy offensive line, man. Kubiak was back in his bag. We had a healthy Taysom. We was out here doing the jet sweeps, the motions, the screens, the stuff we was doing. The first 2 weeks when we was rolling, Kubiak was doing it Sunday. I'm trying to tell people it's that hurt offensive line. He couldn't do everything. And plus Taysom Hill injury. We couldn't do everything we wanted to do. Jameis. That dude had a day on him. Mr. Winston's return. He went 30 for 46. 395 yards, 2 tutties, and he scrambled for 8 yards and made a couple of big passes for touchdowns, one of which was to one Mr. Jerry Jeudy. Jane, his wife. Yeah. That guy caught 11 targets. He had 11 targets, 6 catches, 142 yards, 1 touchdown, and a partridge in a pear tree. And I'm pretty sure he got a coconut on St. Charles Street somewhere. That dude went off. Boy. But was it enough to get the W? No, it was not. Sorry, I gotta be a little petty, Rubble. Oh, that leads us into our uno, dos, tres, cuatro, 4 takeaways from the Brownies game. Number 1, numero uno. Well, I guess we can go backwards. Numero 4. The defense did not fold. Outside of 2 explosive plays, the defense was able to get pressure. The front line was able to get pressure. Grando, Chase, Breezy, heck, even old man Cam Jordan, killer Cam, got in there with a block. They were doing work, man. They got 3 sacks on old Jameis. Grando with 1, Breezy with 1, 1.5, and Chase with half a sack. So shout out to the D-line for actually attempting to show up this year, this time. We appreciate you. And that's not it. Because the D-line actually held up against a pretty, you think there would be a pretty good running attack. When you have one Mr. Nick Chubb coming back off an injury. Fresh legs. Lieutenant Dan, you got new legs. You was expecting, man, Nick Chubb. Oh, no, man, this dude's going to run water on cats. Nah, man. The run defense rebounded, holding the 66 yards, 3.5 yards on average, on 22 carries, holding Chubb to 50 yards on 11 carries. Jerome Ford, 10 yards, 5 carries. That was pretty much all their yards right there. So we was afraid of that run. We was afraid of our run defense because our run defense has been lagging this whole season. But for this game, they showed up, and we appreciate you, run defense. Can we get a rebound? Can we get some more of that this season? Come on now, can we get some more of that? Run defense. The Saints were up at halftime. Continuing on this defensive roll we're on, the Saints were up at halftime. 14-8, which is good because that means the offense has been rolling and the defense has been holding them to field goals. All right, great. And the touchdown and the missed field goal, but I'll get into that too. Oh, I'm gonna get into the special teams. The Brownies had a drive to tie it up in the third, And the Saints responded with 21 unanswered points in the fourth quarter. The Browns, under Darren Rizzi, the Saints have had 7 possessions in the fourth quarter. Defensive possessions in the fourth quarter. The Saints have given up 0 points in the fourth quarter. Think about that. In the 2 games that Darren Rizzi's coached, the opposition, the ops, have had the ball for 7 possessions. Under Darren Rizzi, the defense has given up 0 points. Which leads to number 3. I'm about to do 2. I'm about to say 2. 3, because we're going backwards. Derek Vehicle. He's more of a vehicle than a car. Derek Vehicle is not the problem. Now, I know I'm going to get a lot of hate and boo, and I don't like him. I don't like him. He ain't this, that, and the third. All right, cool. Everybody's entitled to their opinion on Derek Carr. He's not the greatest, but he ain't the worst. But hear me out. Hear me out. Mr. Carr went 21 for 27. 248 yards, 2 touchdowns. That gave him the 4th best passer rating of all quarterbacks on Sunday with 129.6, which also gave him the 4th highest rating passer on the season at 196.4. 4th highest rating, and there's 32 teams and probably 35, 36 quarterbacks played. So you think about that. Let that sit in. MVS shows up again. This dude got released by the Chiefs, who are looking for a receiver. He got released by Buffalo, who's looking for a receiver. He comes to us. Everybody's saying he's washed. This dude catches, as his second game, catches another set of touchdowns. Hey, one man's trash is another man's treasure. I'll take it. I'm not going to question it. MVS shows up again. 2 catches on 4 targets, 87 yards, 1 on a 71-yard catch and run. It wasn't a 71-yard bomb. It was a 71-yard catch and run. He took up the sideline. House call. You know what? I'll take it. And we ran a tight end heavy offense with the wide receivers banged up, with Shaheed and Olave, Bub Means all banged up. We went wide receiver heavy, man. Foster Moreau, Taysom Hill, Juwan Johnson, all put in work. They combined for 14 catches, 130 yards, and a touchdown by one Mr. Juwan Johnson. Which leads me to number 2. Mr. Taysom Hill, we're going to have to ask you to step to the front of the classroom, sir, to get your flowers. Mr. Taysom Hill, NFC Offensive Player of the Week, Mr. Taysom Hill. Number 7 on the field, number 1 in your heart. Taysom is definitely one of one, ladies and gentlemen. The man's 34. See, the biggest the biggest thing in the NFL is, oh, when you turn 30, oh, these running backs turn 30, they're going over a hill. Boo! Derrick Henry, over 30, still running the rock. Taysom Hill, not even a full running back. This man is a Swiss Army knife. 34. Got dudes making business decisions. When they see Taysom Hill coming up that hole or coming down that sideline, safeties are making business decisions. This man is definitely one of one. This is his 8th year with the Saints. He was originally supposed to be a quarterback from BYU, quarterback. The Packers cut him. Sean Payton was like, I'll take him. Yoink. Snatched him off waivers real easy. And the rest is history. This is just Sunday now. This is just Sunday. 3 touchdowns, 138 rushing yards, 50 receiving yards, 18 passing yards, and 42 return yards. Special teams, folks. The dude does it all. It's crazy. He was the second player in NFL history, not Saints history, NFL history, with 25 rushing touchdowns, 10 passing yards, 10 receiving touchdowns, 10 passing touchdowns since Hall of Famer Frank Monday Night Football Gifford. I know most people are going to say, he shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. I don't care. I'm going to say it. Put him in there. Put him in. Because if you could put in Devin Hester, you could put in Frank Gifford, you could put in Taysom Hill. But right now, he's still playing ball, so I'm going to give homie his flowers. And last but not least, number 1, the Saints are currently 2 games out of first place thanks to the Broncos dragging the Falcons. 100% dragging the Falcons last week. The Saints have a 3% chance of making the playoffs and would have to go 5-1 over the last 6 games, and they would have to have the Bucs flake, but the Bucs right now have the softest toilet tissue remaining schedule of all the teams, so that's highly unlikely. But of course, a real Saints fan, we would want to see the Saints win. Heck, there's about a dozen teams ahead of us anyway. So even if we did lose all these games, guess what? You probably got 8 teams that are worse than us right now. So all this tank for Shadur, tank for whoever else. You still got 7 other teams in front of us that are probably going to do worse and need quarterbacks. So you might as well go try to win and gain some morale, some momentum and everything, and see what Darren Rizzi has. Because you know what? Those coaches I've been mentioning the last 2 weeks that are on the big board, if you will, the Ben Johnsons, the Bobby Slowicks, and all of them, they're going to be in high demand because, man, there's a lot of teams cutting these coaches now, and they're going to be even more when the season's over. So it's good to have them on your wish list, but depending on what Darren Rizzi does for these last couple of games, I don't know, man. You might want to bring him back, give him an interview, give him a look-see, and see how he works. I'm just saying. That's my 4 takeaways from the Brownies game, but we're not done because we're going to talk about special teams. Okay, folks. I know a lot of people don't believe in superstitions, voodoo, luck of the Irish, all that weird, wild stuff, but hear me out. Darren Rizzi is special teams coach. He's now the interim head coach. Ever since he's taken over, the special teams have been some weird stuff going on, man. Weird stuff, bro. Weird. The week before, Atlanta Falcons, Young Wei Koo, Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to with. Missed 3 field goals and 1 blocked. That man don't miss nothing. He is literally the 5th, 6th most accurate kicker in NFL history. That boy missed 3 field goals against us in the dome. Not to be outdone, Dustin Hopkins, another fire kicker, 0 for 2. Then the Saints had a penalty called on us. They got a second chance to kick this kick. A second. He missed that one too. And they missed a 2-point conversion. Then you had new kick return slash wide receiver Dante Pettis. Took one to the house, but he stepped out of bounds, so they called it short. And of course, I told you about Taysom Hill with his 42 yards in kick returns. And not for nothing, the babyface assassin, Blake Groupie, has been dang near flawless. We haven't had to talk about him at all. Call it bad juju. Call it what you will. I'm just going to throw it out there. I'm going to leave it right there for you. Do what you will. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all we have for Saints talk. Before. Eric McCoy came back last week from off of IR. He got a little banged up during the game. Folks was wondering if he re-aggravated. Yeah, he re-aggravated it a little bit, but they're going to keep him day-to-day. Luckily, we're on a bye, so he gets to sit and rest, and he should be good to go. But they're going to monitor him. Just a little tweak. They took him out just for precaution. So hopefully he'll be back and ready to go, because his target date was originally supposed to be after the bye, but they brought him back early. So the Saints are on a bye, but we're not. And when we return, ladies and gentlemen, it's Saturday. You know what that means. College. Man, LSU. If you're an LSU Tigers fan, man, you're going through it. This week has been rough. But we're going to talk about it. And of course, roll, wave, roll. Uptown UPT football is going down. UPT for life. We're going to talk about it on the other side of this commercial break here on the Crescent City Connection, your new home for Louisiana sports on IE Sports Radio. Your direct feed for all that is sports. Yes, sir.
Hey, Cleveland and Columbus sports fans. This is Jen B, host of the Show of the Land on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. If you love Cleveland and Columbus sports like I do, be sure to tune in live to the Show of the Land on Tuesdays, where we will cover the Cleveland Browns, Cavs, Guardians, and Monsters. We will also talk about the Columbus Blue Jackets, Crew, Fury, and of course, the Ohio State Buckeyes. We'll also cover other colleges in the area like Akron, Kent State, Cleveland State, Mount Union, John Carroll, Baldwin Wallace, Youngstown State, among others. So like I said, if you love Cleveland and Columbus sports like I do, be sure to tune in Tuesdays to the Show of the Land with Jen B on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.
Hello, sports fans. It's me, your boy Larry B, and I want to walk you through the world of sports. No, not just the mainstream major TV deal type sports, although those are important too. But let me be your guide through your journey of all sports, from college to the pros, the minors, and everything in between. Each week, we are talking sports galore with true diehards just like you from a hardcore fan's perspective that's sure to quench your thirst around leagues you may know all too well and some you may even discover here. That's right, sports fans. If you love sports of all kinds, enjoy hearing amazing sports stories, and respect all sports because you know how difficult any of them can be to play or compete in, then this is your show. Join me, your boy Larry B, on the defining moment each week here on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports, and let the sports come to you.
Oh, it's you again. It's you, peoples. You're back. I thought I told you to get out of here. Welcome back to the channel. Before we get into it, shout out to Mr. Larry B, One Defining Moment, and of course, producer Jen, who doesn't just produce, she also hosts For the Land. You can find these shows on iesportsradio.com, where you can find all our wonderful shows, find out about our bios, our backstories, our schedules, our hopes, our dreams, our plans for world domination. Exclude that last part. Don't worry about that last part. As we promised, it's Saturday. You know what that means. College. The foosball, Bobby. The foosball, the devil. We're going to talk some college football. So, I feel like this week we should just dive right into it. Tigers, what are we doing? That was disgusting. Oh, man, Tigers. God, boy, what are we doing? What can I say? They took the L. Oh, boy. The Tigers fall to the Gators. The one dude they had to worry about, the quarterback, the one dude they had to worry about was on one leg. Well, at first they didn't say he wasn't even going to play. He wasn't even supposed to play. This dude toughed it out on one leg. He's a running quarterback, didn't run, toughed it out on one leg, and cut the Tigers up. Ginsu, yeah. DJ Lagway had 226 yards, 1 touchdown. The Florida Gators' fourth quarter surge gives Tigers their third straight L. Lagway couldn't run. Didn't matter. He cut the Tigers up on one leg. The Tigers led in time of possession and still lost by double digits. 41-19. They had the ball 41 minutes to 19 minutes and lost by double digits. In what country is that even possible? That wouldn't even happen in the MCU. You can't get away with stuff like that in Wakanda. Somebody got to go. LSU's offense was top 5 and completely fell off since the second half of that A&M game. Ever since then, they've been looking Rudy Poo. The defense had been getting better every week. And ever since the second half of that A&M game, both the offense and the defense have been looking Rudy Poo. Nussmeier against Florida. 214 yards, 1 touchdown. It's not like Florida's a bunch of world beaters out there. You did better against South Carolina with a much better defense. And did better than that. And of course, outside of the Florida game, we got more bad news. Just when you're like, oh, we don't have to worry. We've got Bryce Underwood coming in 2025. Not so fast, my friend. Just this week, Mr. Underwood informed the LSU Tigers and pretty much the whole world that he's flipping his commitment. Wow, an undecisive teenager. Wouldn't expect that. And now he's going to Michigan, his home state, his home college of Michigan. He's been committed to LSU for about pretty much a whole year. He said verbally that he wants to go to the SEC to a team that can help develop him as a quarterback. And go figure, LSU, the last couple of years, have put out not one, but 2 Heisman Trophy winning quarterbacks. Mr. Joey Burrow, and one Mr. JD, Jaden Daniels. So I can see that. Plus, he wanted to play against the toughest competition in the SEC, in all hopes of preparing himself for his NFL career. So, what happened to all that? What happened? I'll tell you what happened. $20-something million happened. What is it? I think it's 20-something million, or is it 12? Either way, that's a lot of money. That all the millions happen. That's what happens. That much type of money, that'll change your tune real quick. So all of a sudden, now he does a. He's like, I've always wanted to go to Michigan. I'm a Michigan man. I've always wanted to go to Michigan. This has been my dream, to play for the home state. I'm like, that's not what you said a couple of days ago. What are you? What's the huh? I've always wanted to play the Michigan. Bro. I understand you have the prerogative to flip and go where you want. Great, cool. I'm 100% cool with that. But don't come and lie to me too. On top of that, talking about Michigan's always been the team you wanted to go to when you just got you telling us that you wanted to go to the SEC. And of course, you have the Michigan alumnus system, which is way above where LSU is in alumni. they reached out to one Mr. Thomas Rutherford Brady. Ha ha! Well played, Michigan. Well played. This man has been talking to Bryce Underwood for the past couple of months. Sweeten him up. Hey, if you need any help, any mentoring, any connections, yada, 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 call your brother Brady. Oh, well played, Michigan. Well played. So, not only do they throw the bag at him, but they also offer him the services of one Thomas Super Bowl Brady. Huh. Awesome. So great. Grand. What does that mean for LSU? Well, I'll tell you what that means for LSU. We're back to square one. Now, we could take that money that we were going to spend on Mr. Underwood and go back in the portal and go hunting for a quarterback, because that's where we are right now. We got to maintain the rest of our draft class, that 2025 draft class. It seems to be 10 toes down with Louisiana. They seem to be, they're like, hey, we didn't come for him. We came for LSU. And I love that. Great. Super. Make sure you keep contact with them. Make sure they're well compensated, and make sure they're still 10 toes down until their name is on that paper. And like I said, you go back in the portal if you got to, and of course you hope Garrett Nussmeier comes back for a 5th year. He started off so good, and like a lot of his predecessors, it takes about 2 years for them to really get the cooking. Joe Burrow, his first year, he wasn't Joe Burrow until that next year. Jaden Daniels, also a transfer. He didn't get the cooking until his second year. Nussmeier looked pretty good at the beginning of the season, starting to tail off a little. Hopefully, that'll be the same. Will he get the cooking with one more year under center? One more year, at least. And so LSU can get their bearings, get their quarterback in the future while they're letting Nussmeier cook. Because, hey, say what you will about Brian Kelly, man. He's like a lot of these other coaches. They didn't get the cooking to like their 3rd, 4th year, too. Nick Saban, Les Miles, Ed Orgeron didn't get the cooking till like 3rd, 4th year. So pump your brakes, because we're on hook for the dude anyway. It ain't like we can go ahead on and cut him. Cut Brian Kelly. We're on the hook for him too. So good to see you again, brother. PW101. Good to see you too, brother. I remember you. Thanks for showing up. Glad to have you on watching the show. We appreciate you. Let's talk about something a little bit more positive. How about we go from Baton Rouge to Uptown UPT? Roll, wave, roll. Everybody go surfing. Surfing USA. No, surfing UPT. Tulane. Ha! These cats out here doing work, man. We talked last week about Tulane streaking. Go put some clothes on, you kids. You crazy kids. They out here streaking. This time against Navy. Hey. I know how y'all like to play pump the party after every win. But hey, you can't be doing that against Navy, man. Then the servicemen, the American, you can't. Hey, chill out. You can't be doing that, man. Hey, you got away with that at Alabama, Birmingham. You got away with that in North Texas. I don't know if you're gonna get away with that at Navy, man. Y'all chill out with that stuff, man. I love pump the party as much as the next person. But hey, y'all go. Somebody gonna fix y'all. Somebody gonna get y'all, bro. But hey, as long as y'all getting W's, I do not care. If you want to cry, go cry to your mammy. Don't cry to us. These cats shut out. They didn't just beat, they shut out Navy. 35-0. That sounds like some Northwestern State stuff. We'll talk about them later. But right now, we're talking about Tulane. Mr. Darian Mensah. We had, man, as a freshman, you're expecting him to go through his bumps and everything, and he has gone through his bumps. We talked about the very much maligned K-State game where he pretty much fumbled the game away. Ever since then, the man has slowly progressed, and he has become a field general. This game, Mr. Mensah, 10 for 14, 138 yards, 2 tutties. He even carried the ball. 8 carries, 57 yards, 1 touchdown. The run game continues to shine. 220 yards. Mr. Mekhi Hughes. 22 attempts, 82 yards. 1, 2 touchdowns. The Wave continued to play complimentary defense. They held Navy to 13 yards passing. No, you did not hear me wrong. Beep, beep, beep. Hello, McFly. 13 yards passing. 100 yards rushing, a total of 113 yards of total offense. The defense is cooking. Tulane Sam Howard earned AAC Defensive Player of the Week versus Navy with 4 tackles, 3 solo, 1 tackle for loss, 1 interception, and a bag of rocks. Mekhi Hughes is a semifinalist for the Doak Walker Awards. Running that rock. This week, they're on a much-earned bye week before facing Memphis, who's also 9-2. At the beautiful Yeoman Stadium. Ladies and gentlemen, Uptown Football is back. If you're not following the Wave, you need to follow them. Need to hop on the board, get your boogie board, your swim trunks. I know it's cold outside, but everybody go surfing. Surfing uptown, yeah. AAC championship bound? Question mark. Maybe. Right now, Army is number 24, 1 spot ahead of Tulane in the standings. Army is 9-0, Tulane 9-2. Both undefeated in conference play. Army, coming off a bye, plays number 8, Notre Dame. Then has University of Texas San Antonio, and of course, Navy, the dreaded rival Navy. So there's a chance. Army versus Tulane, AAC title. We shall see. But now we're going to get into the college scoreboard for week 12. Southeastern was on a bye. The 6-5 Southeastern Tigers, Hammond, Louisiana, old stomping grounds. They were on a bye last week, but Grambling was not. They fell to Alabama A&M 17-22. But of course, you had Tulane defeating Navy, bumping them up to number 25 in the standings. at 9-2, 35-0. 4-6, La Tech won, beating Western Kentucky 12-7. The 5-5 University of Louisiana Monroe. They lost 14-48 against the Auburn Tigers of the SEC. Arkansas Pine Bluff fell to Southern 31-9. Shout out Southern. Swag. Of course, we talked about LSU falling to Florida 16-27. Nicholls State, the 4-7 Nicholls State fell to Lamar. Another team from Louisiana falling to Lamar. Shocker. 24-7. South Alabama defeated ULL in a barn burner, a close one. 24-22. UL is now 8-1. Ooh, still good. Still good. We're still good, UL. We're still good, Cajuns. We're still good. 5-5 McNeese. I almost messed up. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. It's everybody's favorite game, favorite imaginary game. How many points did Northwestern lose by? Hit that music. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host T5, and this is everybody's favorite sports game show. How many points did Northwestern State lose by? And ladies and gentlemen at home, you can play along with us because it could be the last time we get to play. Ladies and gentlemen, this week, Northwestern State took on your McNeese Cowboys. You want to be a cowboy, baby? How many points did the 5-5 McNeese State Cowboys defeat the Northwestern State Demons? Those Demons. I rebuke your Demons. How many points did Northwestern State lose by? Do 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 do. 3. They only scored 3 dang points, ladies and gentlemen. They only scored 3 points. McNeese scored 35. Northwestern State 3 points. Oh, they weren't shut out. 3 dang points. Oh my goodness. Why? You are 0-7 on the season. Are they 0-7 or are they 0-11? It doesn't matter. They don't have a win. Point is, they don't have a win. Ladies and gentlemen, on average, you score what? 3 or 10 points. That's when you're not getting shut out, because you've been shut out like what? 3 or 4 times this year. Northwestern State, what are we doing? I already proposed the idea of replacing you with a high school football team. Whoever wins one of these divisions at the Dome should get a chance to play Northwestern State and take over. Like I said, like Dragon Ball Z, how the loser gets erased. Get the reason, like Universe 6 or Universe 7 gets erased. Northwestern State should get erased and replaced by one of these high school teams, because they seem a heck of a lot better than they are. And them kids deserve the scholarship and the opportunity, because these kids from Northwestern State, Don't seem like they care. Don't seem like they're trying. Whoever that coach is, that guy's not going to be there for long. Maybe Dennis Allen could go take his spot. Hey, I'm just saying, man. Dennis Allen could definitely go to Northwestern State and probably do a heck of a lot better. Couldn't do any worse because they're not winning anything. Speaking of winners, ladies and gentlemen, you know what time it is. LHSAA playoffs. Some real winners. We had some Donniebrooks, some barn burners, some Pierce Sixers, some slobber knockers this week, man. As soon as my professionalism gets there, and I find Google Chrome, there we go. There you go. There you go, Archie. Let's get into it. We're going to start with non-select first. Division 1, non-select. Second round. Neville defeated Covington 44-13. Chalmette defeated Hanville 34-31. West Monroe defeated Mandeville 20-9. Central defeated West Washita 45-20. Ruston defeated Zachary, shocker, 42-21. Southside. They defeated Walker 47-0. Destrehan 63, Northwood 21, and Airline Handley defeated Westgate 42-16. So that means Airline will take on Destrehan, Southside will take on Ruston, Central will take on West Monroe, Chalmese will take on Neville. And on to Division 2. Division 2. North DeSoto defeated DeRitter 63-21. Iowa defeated Plaquemine 36-19. Opelousas defeated West Feliciana 14-0. Lutcher defeated Abbeville 35-12. Assumption defeated Breaux Bridge 43-21. Northwest defeated Wassman 24-14. Jennings defeated St. Martinville 25-23. And Cecilia monkey stomped Iota 70-30. That's a basketball score. Damn it, that man's got a family. So you will see DeSoto take on Iowa, Opelousas take on Lutcher, Assumption take on Northwest, and Jennings take on Cecilia. Division 3 non-select. Jenna defeated Caldwell Parish 46-7. Amit defeated Sumner 21-0. Bogalusa defeated Laurelville 28-7. Union Parish defeated Port Allen 35-6. St. James defeated North Webster, I was correct, 42-12. Manny defeated South Plaquemines 45-0. Pine defeated Avoyelles 28-6. And Sterlington defeated Mansfield 35-15. So it will be Sterlington taking on Pine. Manny taking on St. James. Union Parish taking on Bogalusa. And Amit taking on Jena. Division 4 non-select. Logansport defeated Franklin 58-12. Welsh defeated White Castle 54-16. Jeanerette defeated East Feliciana 28-20. Haynesville defeated General Trask 48-22. Oak Grove defeated Lake Arthur 49-20. Mangham defeated Centerville 53-14. Homer defeated Oakdale 34-32. And Kentwood defeated Faraday 46-8. Good stuff. Now to the select side. Division 1 select. Holy Cross, Batman, defeated Jesuit 42-0. Woo! Karen Crow, man. Wait. Let me double check right fast. 23. Make sure I got the wrong thing. This is the second round, right? Just making sure. Acadiana defeated Karen Crow 14-7. Edna Carr defeated Woodlawn for Baton Rouge 50-0. Alexandria defeated Brother Martin 23-0. Catholic Okay, yeah. This is my mistake, folks. I am on the wrong year. That's why it looked weird. My fault, folks. Technical difficulties. Yeah, I'm about to say some of these teams were not in there. Okay, here we go. 2020. Now it makes a heck of a lot more sense. Edna Carr defeated Huntington 56-6. St. Thomas More defeated St. Aug 28-7 in a barn burner. Archbishop Rummel defeated 35-50-25. East Jeff defeated Catholic 84-0. Ugh. That's disgusting. John Curtis defeated Acadiana. Wow, another barn burner. 28-27. Shout out to Acadiana. Hey, you did your thing, man. Just not this time. Turlings defeated Jesuit 31-23. Bird defeated St. Paul's 37-15. And Alexandria defeated Evangel 49-5. So we're going to get Carr versus St. Thomas More. Rommel versus East Jeff. John Curtis versus Turlings, and Bird versus Alexandria. Division 2 select. Round 2. Archbishop Shaw defeated Laranger 49-14. Kennedy defeated Lake Charles 51-37. Madison Prep defeated St. Charles Catholic 34-20. Haynes Academy defeated Ostroma defeated Haynes Academy 42-16. E.D. White defeated Livingston Collegiate 51-14. Vanderbilt defeated Archbishop Hannon 49-9. Leesville defeated Loyola College Prep 42-24. And Booker T defeated University Lab 2-0. That's what it says. So it will be Booker T taking on Leesville, Vanderbilt taking on E.D. White, Astroma taking on Madison Prep, Kennedy taking on Hashaw. Division 3 select. Round 2. Dunham defeated Parkview Baptist 42-0. Lafayette Christian, shout out to Lafayette Christian, defeated Notre Dame 35-28. Bunkie defeated Emit 39-14. Sumner defeated Slaughter Community 48-28. Calvary Baptist defeated De La Salle 38-0. Episcopal defeated Pope John Paul II 24-7. Catholic defeated North Lake Christian 59-22. And the Greenies of Newman defeated Dearborn Woods 49-19. So that'll be Newman taking on Catholic. Can you see? Can you say barn burner? There you go. Episcopal will be taking on Calvary Baptist. Sumner will be taking on Bunkie. Lafayette Christian will be taking on Dunham. And last, Division 4, Round 2. You have Vermilion Catholic defeating Westminster 47-17. St. Martin's Episcopal, St. Edmund do not have a score at this moment. I have to go back and look that up. Kentwood defeated Ascension 42-16. Southern Lab 24. St. Frederick 7. Covenant Christian Academy 41. Central Catholic 13. Washita Christian 28. Catholic of Point Capee 6. Riverside Academy 49. Hamilton Christian 6. And Opelousas fell to Ascension 48-13. And there's your second rounds of the LHSAA tournament. The road to the Dome, ladies and gentlemen, is heating up. It's getting spicy. You know I love this time of year. And as for next week, or today, week 13 in college, Tulane, Grambling, Southern, all on bye. Southeastern handled business, defeating Nicholls State 19-16. As for today, Northwestern State, you're 0-11. You got Houston Baptist. Can you get a win? Can you get one? Can you score a touchdown? Just score a touchdown. Just do that. Let's work. Let's baby steps. ULM takes on Arkansas State. Shout out Jonesboro. La Tech takes on Arkansas. A lot of that going around. Troy takes on ULL Cajuns, baby. LSU takes on Vanderbilt. Tonight, wearing the special gold jerseys. And McNeese takes on Lamar. Lamar trying to catch all these Pokemon. They're trying to collect Louisiana bingo. Beating all these Louisiana teams, man. Shout out to Lamar, I guess. And that's about it for your college / high school prep portion of our show. But ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. Unless you're going to the bathroom, you really got to go to the bathroom. You got to use it, go refresh your drink. Come back, though, because we're going to round things out with the hoops. We're going to talk Pelicans, give a little injury report, and we're going to talk college hoops. We'll return here to the Crescent City Connection, your new home for Louisiana sports on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Yes, sir.
The roar of the crowd, the drama and pageantry, the adrenaline rush and decadence of the world of professional wrestling. Join yours truly, the SoCal Saint, for the best pro wrestling podcast going today, the IE Wrestling Show, exclusively on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. Join us every Wednesday from 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Once again, every Wednesday, the IE Wrestling Show. It's just too woo!
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Davidson.
It's your boy, Dentarius Lava.
And we are the hosts of Fast Break here on IE Sports Radio, where we discuss everything in the world of basketball from prep to the pros.
You guys should definitely check us out, man. Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We got all the basketball information you guys need, so we look forward to you guys listening in.
And please do, because we are the best basketball show on this side of the Mississippi. And please do check us out on Twitter at FastBreakISR. D-Lock, where's our time again?
8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. That gives you guys plenty of time on a Sunday.
Tune in.
Myself and the co-host of the IE Wrestling Show, the SoCal Saint. You can find us on the Wednesdays, high noon, talking the grapples, the wrestlings, and of course, shout out to the Fast Break and D&D Basketball Factory, as I like to call them, talking the hoops, which is the perfect segue to part 3 of our show. The hoops, the Pelicans. Man, just when it seems like we get one dude back, we lose another. As you know, we lost Jose, GTA, Alvarado, and of course, Big Z, Zion Williamson for about 6 to 5 weeks. Hamstring injuries. But we did get Trey Murphy back. We got Jordan Hawkins back. And CJ McCullough is back to practicing. So we're close to getting everybody back. We're close. But the one bright side of all these L's is we're starting to see a lot of young potential players that wouldn't get a lot of playing time otherwise. First, it was Brandon Boston, who's been stepping up. Yves Missi, of course, the rookie, who we thought we were probably going to have to send to the G League to get some reps. Nope, he's been starting, and he's been doing work. So that's definitely a bright spot. And most recently, the rookie Reeves that we got in the second round, he had a big game last couple of games. But let's see. We're currently 4-12. We played the Lakers real close. We almost pulled that one off. Brandon Ingram and a G League team almost beat LeBron James, little brittle Anthony Davis, and the Lakers. 102-99. Then the same Brandon Ingram and G League team had the Mavericks. The Mavericks had to play. Luka Doncic was day-to-day, banged up. He decided to play. They didn't need to play. That man could have rested. The Mavericks won 132-91. Then, of course, round 2, or was it round 3? It seems like round 2 against the Cavs. 100-128. And, of course, we fell to the Warriors. I forgot what the score was. But they didn't lose by much. The Wiggins had the hot hand last night. That game was close. The Pels got cold in the fourth quarter. I don't know what it was. I don't know if Willie Green took his sweet time putting Brandon Ingram back in the game, who had the hot hand. But, man, we got cold at one point, and it stayed at 6 points. The team was playing good D, and that's with Steph Curry in the game. They were playing solid D, and they kept it to 6. They kept it at 6 points. They kept it close. We got cold. We missed free throws. The refs didn't do us hella no favors. Trey Murphy driving to the hoop, getting whacked, no call. Jordan Hawkins driving to the hoop, getting whacked, no call. Brandon Ingram driving to the hoop, getting whacked. Guess what? No call. So, moral of the story, folks, is refs suck. Injuries are still a factor, but the Pels are playing their hearts out. That's all you can really ask for right now until we get a little bit more healthy. And like I said earlier, CJ McCollum is back practicing with the team. He should be the next one back. After that, it's most likely going to be Herb Jones, who's dealing with the shoulder. I swear I know words. Shoulder injury. And then after that, we got to see where old Zion and Jose are. And the whole family will be finally back together, everyone. Won't it be great? But that's basically where we're at right now. We're just hanging in there, trying to hold it together, folks. Trying to hold it together. But we're going to talk a little college. But you say, college? We just got through talking about college last segment. Yeah, true. We're going to talk a little bit more college. This time, college hoops. The hoops. The playing basketball. Because Friday was ball night. All night long. All night. We had some ballings going on, man. This week, not just Friday, but the week in basketball by school. Grambling, who's currently 1-3, they played New Mexico State and lost 80-58. LSU Mans is currently 4-1. They defeated Charleston Southern 77-68, but finally took their first L versus Pitt 63-74. They're currently 4-1. ULL Cajuns lost to Rice 83-61, lost to Liberty 69-89. They are currently 1-4. Get it together, Cajuns. UL Monroe lost to Southeastern 70-67, but defeated Northwestern State. Shocker. 65-63. The Warhawks are currently 3-4. McNeese defeated North Texas 68-61 and defeated Illinois State 76-68. McNeese is currently 3-2. UNO New Orleans defeated the Green Wave 93-87. Shout out to the Privateers because they're currently 2-4. Do better. Nicholls State lost to Towson 61-70. They are currently 2-4. The aforementioned Northwestern State, they beat John Melvin Miller. Yes, kids, that's a school. 121-49. But they lost to ULM 63-65. They are currently 2-4. Southeastern, shout out to Hammond. They defeated ULM 70-67. They lost to Wyoming State 61-64. The Lions are currently 2-3. Southern, the Jaguars, Jaguar. They lost to Texas A&M 71-54. The Jags are currently 1-3. Tulane lost to UNO 87-93. The Green Wave are currently 4-2. Not bad. And that is it for the men's side. And the women's, or women, because we're dealing with one team. Number 7, LSU. The Lady Tigers defeated Troy 98-59. And they came back home to defeat the Lady Green Wave 85-74. The Lady Tigers are currently 6-0 and number 7 in the league. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for college hoops. If you'd like to hear more college hoops, you'd like for me to cover more college hoops, women's college hoop teams, other than just those, other than just the Lady Tigers, let me know in the section. Let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the Facebook group comment section. You like to pop off and talk all your talks on the Facebooks and the who's-a-majiggets and the Twitter fingers and the what's nots, and now the B skies with the butterflies and everything. You like to talk over there. Talk in the comment section. Run your mouth now, tough guys. You're a big tough guy. You want to pick a fight with me? Come on, over here. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with y'all. Or am I? But that's it for the show, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, this is Mr. Roger. I'm putting on my shoes right now. But I'm not, because I'm wearing flip-flops. I like to be comfortable. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, you could be anywhere in the world, but you choose to spend your Saturdays with me, and I appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, join me next Saturday at our regularly scheduled time. I promise, a high noon, 12 Central, where we will talk all things Louisiana sports. What else? Because this is the Crescent City Connection, your new home for Louisiana sports. Also, you can still find me on the X. I haven't got over there. Elon Musk has not ran me off yet. I'm still on there. Also, you can find me on the B Sky. The new things the new kids is doing these days, the B Sky. You can find me over there at ut5.bsky.social. Follow me, I'll follow you back, we'll make it a whole thing. You can also follow me on Facebook, the other social platforms. You can also find the show on all the places you get your wonderful podcasts. You know, the things and the what's and who's it's and everything. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you for showing up. Wherever you find the show, hit the like, the subscribe, share, comment, tell a friend. There's a new home for Louisiana sports, and that's the Crescent City Connection on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. God bless and enjoy the outro. You know I will. Love you. Bye. Love you. Alpha love.